Dear students, hi. Today's video is about homophones and it's adapted to about first and second grade. So what are homophones? A homophone is a word that has the same sound as another word, but is spelled differently and has a different meaning. Like chew, chew, and chew, there, and there, pray and pray. The root of the word homophone, homo means same, and phone means sound. So homophones are two or more words that sound the same but have different meanings and spellings. Why learning homophones? There are thousands of homophones in the English language. Learning them will help students develop their listening and vocabulary skills. Homophones need to be taught and rehearsed within sentences. Without context, it's impossible to know how to spell them correctly. So a great way of remembering homophones is to use pairs of homophones in the same sentence, like in these examples. Tony ate 8 truffles. So here we have the number 8, the past simple of the verb to eat, and then the number 8. The maid made up Sammy's bed. The maid servant and maid is the past simple of the verb to make. I ate 2 slices of cake too. 2 is the number and 2 means also. I can see the sea here, see the verb to see, and then the sea, the noun. Now I'm going to give you some of the most common homophones in English. 8 and 8. 8 is a verb. This is the simple past tense of the verb to eat. Example, I ate an entire pizza. Now I'm really full and tired. 8. It is the number after 7 and before 9. Example, I will have to wake up at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. Bare and bare. Bare with A. If something is bare, it means that it's not covered or decorated. Example, Tom likes to walk around the house in bare feet. Bear with EA. It's a noun, it's a large mammal. Example, there are 8 species of bears in the world. Buy, and buy. Buy with UY. It is a verb, it's synonym of to purchase. Example, she will buy a new doll for her daughter. Buy with BY. It's a preposition, it can be used in many different ways, and it's commonly used to mean next to or near when describing a location. It can also indicate who created something, like in the example, this book was written by Sarah. Buy with YE. It's an exclamation. This is a shortening of goodbye. Example, I've got to go now, so bye, see you on Sunday. Cell with C and cell with S. Cell with C. A cell is a small area or room, usually in a prison. Example, the prisoner spent 10 years in his cell. A cell can also be one of the smallest divisions of a living organism. Cell with S. It's a verb, it's to exchange a product or service for money, like buy. Example, we would like to sell our car, but we don't think we'd get very much money for it. I and I. I is a noun, the part of your body that you use to see. Example, my eyes hurt when I read. I think I need a pair of glasses. I is the pronoun, first person singular subject pronoun. Example, I really hope you know what this word means. Flour and flour. Flour with OU is a noun. This is the main ingredient in bread, and it's a powder made from ground grains. Example, Tony wanted to make a cake, but he didn't have any flour, so he couldn't. Flower with W-E-R. It is the decorative, colorful part of a plant. Example, he bought his wife beautiful flowers for her birthday. But here and here. Here with E-A-R, this is the action that you do with your ears. The sense is called hearing. Example, I can't hear the TV. Can you please turn up the volume? Here, it's an adverb. Here indicates the place where you are at any moment. It's basically the opposite of there. Example, can you set the boxes down over here, please? Yes, right here next to the door. Hour and hour. Hour with H is a period of time that lasts 60 minutes. Example, it takes about 6 hours to drive from San Francisco to Los Angeles. Hour with O-U-R. This is a possessive adjective. Example, we should study for our exams. Know and know. Know with K is a verb, is to have knowledge or understanding about something. Example, Reggie knows how to speak French. Know with N-O is a determiner. This indicates a negation or something that's not true. Example, there was no reason Alex shouldn't tell his father what happened at school. Night with K and nights with N-I. Knight with K is a man who served his sovereign or lord as a mounted soldier in armor. His title is usually Sir. Example, one popular English legend talks about King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table. Night, it's the period of time when it's dark and most people sleep. Example, I prefer to work at night since it's quieter, I can concentrate better. Meat and meat. Meat with EA. It's the flesh of an animal when it's used for food. Example, vegetarians don't eat meat. Meat with double E is a verb when you are introduced to a person for the first time. It can also refer to later meetings. Example, I'm excited to travel to England so I can meet some new people. Pair and pair. Pair with AI is a set of two things that go together. Example, he bought a new pair of shoes. Pear with EA is a delicious fruit. Example, I don't like winter pears very much because they're hard. Right and right. Right with R. This can mean either a synonym of correct or the opposite of left. I should turn right when I get to 10th Street, right? Right with W. It's the action of making words or marks to represent ideas. Example, Jerry's dream is to write a novel. Son and son. Son with O. It's a noun, it's a male child. Example, grandma and grandpa had 4 sons and 3 daughters. Sun with U is a noun. It's the star at the center of our solar system. Example, don't look directly at the sun or you will damage your eyes. There, there, and there. There. It's a possessive adjective. Example, we should study for our English exam and they should study for their German exam. There is an adverb. This is basically the opposite of here. Example, who is that over there? Is that Jane? If so, I hope she comes over here since I want to talk to her. And there, it is a contraction of the phrase they are, short form. Example, the children passed all their exams, so they're very happy. Wear and wear. Wear is to have clothing or accessories on your body. Example, I hate wearing ties. They're uncomfortable, hot, and hard to tie. Where is a question word. It's used to ask for a location. Example, where should we meet for dinner? Personally, I'd like to meet at the new Italian restaurant in town. Now it's quiz time. Try and think of a homophone for the following words. You have new, whole, great, heard, be, and see. Okay, number one, new is the past simple of the verb to know. Can you think of a homophone for this word? Yes, it's the adjective new. Hole. You know what it means, a hole? He dig a hole with a stick in the ground. Yeah, so we can use the word whole, which means the entire of. Great. You know what's to grate? To grate cheese for pasta or pizza, for example. Very good. Now, great. Can you think of a homophone? Yes, it is the adjective great, which means very well, excellent. Herd. You know what a herd means? A herd is a large group of animals. This is a herd of elephants. You can say herd of cows. Can you think of a homophone for this word? Yes, it is the verb heard, which is the past simple of the verb to hear. Be, which is the verb to be. Can you think of a homophone to this word? Yeah, the insect, bee. And see, you know, the sea, I like to swim in the sea. Yeah, it's so easy. The verb to see. Very well. Perfect. And now we've come to the second exercise, which is spot the homophones. I would like you to get your pen and paper ready. See if you can find all the homophones that have been used incorrectly, underline them, and you can use a dictionary to help. So I'm going to read the text. You can pause the video, do the exercise, and then correct with me. Here is the text. Last night when I looked up, the sky was dark blue. I knew I would see stars, but I was surprised by their brightness. I was caught up in their beauty. I wanted to stare at them forever, but my peace was disturbed. Now, none of this would be forgotten, but I knew it was too great to last. Can you spot the wrong homophones here in this text? Pause the video, do it, and give the right homophones. So let's correct it together. Last night, here we're talking when it refers to night. So here we're talking about a period of time, but here night with K is the wrong homophone. So what we need is a period of time, which is night. Perfect. When I looked up, the sky was dark blue. Dark blue. Here, blue is the past simple of the verb to blow, which means, for example, the wind blew so fast yesterday. But here, we need a color. So it is the color blue. I knew I would see stars. I knew here. I is a subject. Knew must be a verb. But here it's an adjective, so it's wrong. So we need the verb knew, which is the past simple of the verb to know. Here again, I would see. I is personal pronoun subject. Would should be a verb. But you know what does word would mean? Here, for example, this board is made of wood. So it is a noun. But we need a verb, and it is the modal verb would. As you know, after all modal verbs, we must have the base form of the verbs. But here see is a noun, so it is wrong. We need the verb to see. I knew I would see stars, but I was surprised. Was is a verb, so here we need a personal pronoun subject, which is I. I was surprised by their brightness. I was surprised by their brightness. So here, by is the verb to by. So it's wrong. We need a preposition by. Very good. Their brightness. Noun. Here we need a possessive adjective. Very good. Their brightness. I was caught up in their beauty. It's the same here. Their possessive adjective there and beauty. I wanted to stare. I wanted to play. I wanted to eat. I wanted to see. So here must be a verb to stare, but this is a noun. For example, my room is upstairs. So it's a noun. We need the verb to stare. And the verb to stare means to look fixedly at something or someone. We also say gaze at them forever. Normally, for is a number, but here we need an adverb, so it's wrong. We need the preposition for to make all the adverb, forever. But my peace was disturbed. Piece, you know what's a piece? We say piece of cake, piece of bread, piece of paper. So it's the wrong word. We need to write peace was disturbed. None of this would be forgotten. Nun. You know what's a nun with UN? A nun is a religious lady, or it can also mean a domestic pigeon. So it's the wrong word here. So we need a pronoun because here none would be. We need a pronoun. So it is none with N-O-N-E. Of this would be. Again, here be is a noun, and we need the verb to be. Forgotten, but I knew it was too great to last. Too is the wrong word. We need the adverb to. And here, great, you know what's great? We've just seen the verb to great, but we need an adjective here to great, the adjective great to last. Very well. Well, my dear students, we've come to the end of our video. I hope you feel confident about these homophones. As I said before, they need to be practiced continuously. And for more practice, I'm giving you some exercises to do. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.